Good morning. For today, you are not going to have a new lesson. We are going just to make the correction of assignment 26. You had 3 questions. The first one was page 92, question 5. Ari goes on a cycle ride to visit 2 of his friends. The time distance graph shows his journey. As you can see here, the horizontal axis, you have the time, and the vertical axis, the distance from his home in kilometers. So 0 means that he was at home, 0 distance from his home, which means he was at home at 8 a.m. At what time did he arrive at the first friend's house? As I mentioned before, the horizontal is the time, and they are asking about the time. He reached his friend's house here at this point, which means at 9 a.m. How long did he stay at the first friend's house? He arrived at 9, and the horizontal line here was till 10. This means he stayed at his friend's house for 1 hour from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Part C. At what time did he arrive at the second friend's house? He started cycling after that until we reach this part at 12:45 p.m. Part D. How long did he stay at the second friend's house? Go to this horizontal line, which means the distance is not increasing. He was there from 12:45 till 2 p.m. So it's 1 hour and a quarter. Part E. How many kilometers did he cycle altogether? The maximum distance from his house was 20 kilometers. And then he cycled back to his house. This means it was 20 plus 20, 40 kilometers altogether. Next question. Rehan and Ben ran a 1,500 meter race. The distance time graph illustrates the race. Look carefully at the graph and then fill in the missing information in the report about the race. The pink line is representing Rehan's race, and the blue one is representing Ben. Just after the start of the race, Rehan was in the lead. At 600 meters, Rehan and Ben were level. Then, Ben was the lead for how many minutes? Let us look at Ben's line, the blue line. Starting from this point, they were level. After this point, Ben was the lead. Until this point, they become level again, and then Rehan was faster. So from 3 to 6 minutes, it means 3 minutes. At how many meters Rehan and Ben were level again? They were level again at 1,200 meters. Who won the race? The one that comes first is the one that won the race, so Rehan. The time was, if Rehan finished at 6.5 minutes from the beginning of the race. Then, after that, Ben finished after half a minute. The third question. Harry decides to take a bath. The graph shows the depth of water in the bath. Match each section of the graph to the events below. They are representing here some sentences describing each part of the graph. I advise you, when you want to solve such a question, to read all the statements first, and then to start guessing or deciding which event usually happens first. If you go to the fourth statement, the hot and cold water, the hot and cold taps are turned on. Usually that's what you do first. So part A is this statement. After that, you can see that the level of water is still increasing, but it's slower. So mostly they're turned off one of the taps. So the cold tap is turned off and only the hot tap is on. So it's B. After that, you can see that the depth of water is constant. It's not increasing anymore. So the third statement is going to be the hot tap is turned off. Then suddenly the depth of the water increased. This means that Harry gets in the bath. After that, the level of water is constant in part E, Which sentence is representing this one? Harry washed himself. When he was washing himself, the level of water is neither increasing nor decreasing. Then something suddenly happened and the level of water increased. Harry tops up the bath with hot water. Again, in part G, the level of water is constant. It's not increasing or decreasing. This means that Harry lays back for a sock. The level of water in part H is decreasing. So Harry gets, and it decreased suddenly, so Harry gets out of the bath. And finally, Harry pulls the plug and the bath empties. Thank you. If you have any question, we are ready, me and Mrs. Juana, to answer them. Thank you very much.